Hey, you guys. So we're going to make our next drawing here, which is going to be the exploded view. So there's a couple ways to do it. I'm going to do the way where we go to the design and then in design over here in the workspace chooser drawing. This time choose from animation. So it'll pull the animation. And then what you can do is over here on the left, it'll say storyboard one. So that's good. And instead of create new, pick untitled or whatever your new drawing is called. Okay. So as long as you have that new drawing open, you'll be able to choose it there. Create new sheet is fine, and then hit OK. And then what that'll do is it'll pull it up in here. Now, this is half scale, and it's kind of big or small or other. Let's try 1:1. Let's see if we can fit it. And so that actually fits pretty well. We can just kind of put it here in the middle like this. So there it is. There's your exploded view. I'm going to double click it and shade it. I think I missed an opportunity to do that. We're shaded right there. That's good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on here, we're going to put on our table, our parts list, and you can put this in the top left corner. Um, Now, as far as the columns here, we're going to want to fix this. So move your mouse over this view until it highlights the whole thing. You see how it's dark like that? That's when you got it. You can double click. And then what we're going to do is change the stuff that's in the list. We're going to have the item. We're not going to have the part number. We're going to use the part name, which is the same data, but it just looks a little better. We're going to go over here. We're going to get rid of description. Let's keep material this time because we do have some different materials we're going to use. Um, and then you can just hit close there. Now you can see our parts list is kind of stepping on our drawing, so we're going to want to make it a little smaller. So what you can do is click on the parts list. You got these little dots. What you can do is drag these in here like this. So I'm going to drag these in, make these as small as I can so it still has one line on the top row here. And then same thing here on part name. I'm going to drag this in until it gets too big. That looks pretty good. And then I can drag this one in a little bit. And I just want to get there. So that way I've just pulled this in so it's out of the way of the exploded view. All right. And then I can move the, oops, that was a mistake. I'm going to undo. Remember, undo, Control Z, or you can use this undo button up here. So you can see here, I got the parts list. I got the view. The view looks pretty good. The only thing is these little balloons here are kind of off a little bit. So let me see if I can drag this up a little bit. I might be able to get the balloons on the bottom. So now the balloons on the bottom are in there. And then the only problem I got is this balloon number 3 over here is going off the edge on the right. So I'm just going to zoom in there, grab that dude, and just drag it in here so it's in the picture. Okay. Depending on how yours is, everything's lined up on yours, you may have to move the more balloons around, but I was able to do it with just one. Now looking in here, I got this balloon has an arrow going over the nut, and that ain't no good. So what I'm going to do is grab this number 2 balloon, click the end point here. I'm going to drag that onto the corner of the nut. I'm going to put this one where the 1 is, basically. And then I'm going to drag this 1 over here, kind of where the 2 was. Well, that don't really work, does it? I'm going to move the 6 down. I need a little more room. So I'm just rearranging these slightly so that the arrowhead on the 1 doesn't go over the other ones, okay? And that looks a little better. And you can arrange these more to try to even them out, but it's really not a big deal as long as you keep them level so they're kind of in a line down here. You're all good. All right, this stuff is not that important. Main thing is that we got the right label, so you can see we got 7 components, items 1 through 7, and check your numbers. Make sure you got one of each labeled: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If for some reason it doesn't label them, you can always add more balloons with the balloon tool. So this sheet, we got the content on there. Only thing we need to change is the title. So double click down here where it says assembly. We're going to change this. This is going to be exploded view, and you can hit enter and then finish properties. And then that sheet is done. Go ahead, go on to the next video. We'll show you how to start making sheets for the parts. Good luck and have fun.